starting with one caveat, which is a note of caution given the huge amount of uncertainties that remain. We know it's a major global shock of a magnitude which is unprecedented, probably since the Second World War, but we still have a lot of questions on what next, whatever doubts or uncertainties we may have on how all this will unfold. What is sure is that A, it is a global crisis, and B, it will have an impact on globalization. Now, to start with what I believe will be the major changes as compared to the pre-COVID world, I would say more government, more precaution, less growth, more digital, more inequalities between countries, and less inequalities within countries. There will be some reconfiguration of production chains, not a de-globalization. I do not believe a post-COVID world will be de-globalized, but I believe globalization will be a bit different. There will be some shortening value chains. There will be some reshoring, and notably in areas where they have appeared too fragile. Had we had stocks of masks or respiratory devices the way we have stocks of oil, and roughly every country on this planet agreed many years ago that we should all have 90 days of reserves of oil because this is a big problem for the working of our economies, we probably would not have lived through this ordeal. Yet, there will be more precaution. Some firms will reallocate, rebuild the trade-off. As a CEO of a company, I've always had to balance efficiency and resilience. The balance between efficiency and resilience, which is key to the core of a number of business models, will move towards less efficiency and more resilience. This will have a consequence on the configuration of production system, although, as I said, not a deglobalization, not least because, and you've already heard me say that at the CEIBS, I know by experience that globalization is painful and efficient. And I think I also view that deglobalization will be painful and inefficient. This situation will create different trade distortions, different forms of subsidies or support in different directions for different reasons, according to cultural, political, cognitive differences. So we will have a higher level of fragmentation through this public subsidization of market capitalism. And this, of course, will result in a more heterogeneous globalization, as will, by the way, the increase of precaution. And the reason for that is that precaution means different things to different people. Precaution is a sort of risk management between what's good and what's bad. And what's good and what's bad for the Chinese people may be different from what's good and what's bad for European people, which may be different from what's good and what's bad for US people. So to the difference of protection, precaution is much more linked to cultural, cognitive differences. So a world of more precaution will be a world which will be more heterogeneous. And that leads me to my final point, which is that in this context, which frankly doesn't look good, we will need more international cooperation. We will need more multilateralism. We will need more disciplines in order to avoid this post-COVID world to become the law of the jungle.